Hello, everybody. First of all, thank you, Dr. Stevens and Caro, for the invitation to speak today. It really is an honor to tell you about the very big mission of Genesis Tissue. So I'm the CEO and co-founder of Genesis Tissue. Who is Genesis Tissue? Genesis Tissue is a bioprinting company that designs and manufactures personalized regenerative tissue implants for humans, starting with breast. Our mission is very bold: make silicone breast implants obsolete. I say that a little bit tongue-in-cheek here, but we are at an innovation meeting, and I do believe there's a future beyond silicone implants, and that's exactly the mission we are on. We live at the intersection of surgical planning, 3D printing, and tissue engineering. So what is the challenge today? I don't have to explain to this room, but today's breast surgery options simply are not good enough. When you look at breast augmentation and mastectomy reconstruction, there are hundreds of thousands of implant-based reconstructions done per year. Sadly, including cosmetic, and sadly of the reconstructions, this group knows that there are far too many complications. All breast implants have a limited lifespan. We want to move beyond that. This group knows that the challenges with breast implant-based surgery, aside from the challenges in history at the FDA, include things like infection, capsular contracture, and rupture. What about the often overlooked reconstruction of lumpectomy patients? For the hundreds of thousands of women every year in the US alone who receive a lumpectomy, unfortunately 20% of those patients have to go back in for a second surgery from positive cancer margins, and there are exactly 0 implant reconstruction options. We're on a mission to change breast surgery. What do we call our solution? It's called regenerative breast tissue, RBT. Regenerative breast tissue is a 3D printed, soft, breast-like scaffold. It's degradable over time. It provides mechanical support for the patient's own autologous fat graft, or as we just learned, allogenic structural fat. Over time, this scaffold degrades. It's finely tuned to degrade at the time of tissue regeneration. So in just months, the scaffold degrades, the fat and grafts, and the patient is left with their own reconstruction. This scaffold provides structure and shape to fat grafting. It can, of course, be personalized using our 3D printing technology. And of course, I'm here telling you about it at an aesthetics meeting. It's a scalable platform to other indications: mastectomy, cosmetic, even things like pressure ulcer and trauma, where surgeons struggle to provide volume and shape and support to fat grafting. I think it's only fair as a startup to tell you what we've accomplished to date, not just talk about an incredible new technology. We are a spin-out of a public 3D printing company. We have an oversubscribed pre-seed round. We've raised a couple $1 million. We've developed and filed IP on this novel degradable biomaterial. We've received pre-RFD feedback from the FDA, and our research results support clinical validation for our soft tissue indication. You can see on the right, we're really experts in advanced personalized 3D modeling, our biomaterial, a truly scalable and affordable manufacturing process, and we're proving that out with science. We started our journey, of course, with voice of the customer. You always have to make sure you're solving a real problem. We've also learned a lot through human cadaver feasibility studies. We've done long-term animal models that show tissue integration, including vascular integration. We've monitored our degradation ex vivo in small animals. We've done our benchtop in vitro degradation and biocompatibility studies. And a key novel aspect of our biomaterial is radiopaque. So it's been tagged. You can actually visualize it under CT imaging and track degradation over time. And happy to say we've started our final proof of concept study just last week, to be honest. I think it's also important to be real about the timeline. So even though we are a new startup, we're about midpoint of this 10-year journey. If anyone tells you they can develop a novel product like this in less than a decade, you should maybe question that. So we're very proud to be halfway through this journey. The invention is largely behind us, and we are moving down the final stages of product development, starting our GLP studies next year and human trials in 2028. We've already worked with the FDA. We believe this to be a device-only PMA. Of course, CDRH and the breast team will want to govern this. We're going for 1 product and 2 indications, including lumpectomy and mastectomy reconstruction. We're very excited about cosmetic indications as well. If I keep hanging out at these aesthetic meetings, perhaps we'll change the order of operations there. We have an incredible team, including myself, who has 2 decades of experience in 3D printing in healthcare, large-scale manufacturing, and I'm truly on a mission. I'll tell you, my personal mantra is to stop implanting industrial materials in humans. So I'm really excited about this wave of regeneration. We also have 2 plastic surgery co-founders, Dr. Evan Garfein and Oren Tepper, and an incredible team of tissue engineering personnel. These are the top in the world as far as 3D printing, tissue engineering, and advanced biomaterial development. I'm really excited to tell you more about this opportunity later.